We're BFFs. I write.
I just can't with all of these responsibilities.
Every Monday.
I hear the talk. And you perpetuating them kind of nasty.
St. Lucia's latest hot radio drama.
Ici polymer notes. Pli net, pli sécurité, pli fort.
Money, look up at got new money, clean money, the new family of polymer notes from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Saki and Epsala. Well, the feel, you can senti différent. Il fait des pions film plastique. Avec ça qu'a fait senti on the paper notes. Leopardilla and Salah, it goes from top to bottom instead of left to right like the other one. Van chaque deal, there's a raised bomb at the top left hand corner. They form specific shapes that are familiar.
Right. St. Lucia.
And of course, I gotta say good morning again. Good morning, St. Lucia. Good morning, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. And I gotta say good morning to my lovely co-host, Susie Q. Yeah, good morning to you, Susie Q.
Good morning, Asal.
I thought you weren't gonna answer when I said Susie Q.
But it makes no sense because I know what's gonna happen if I should contest you saying Susie Q.
Susie Q. Is that it? I mean, have you ever had anyone special like that called you Susie Q? I mean,
so you're trying to tell me you special?
I didn't ask you that. That was not my question. My question is, when it comes to man and woman, we have that special name, that we call each other, especially when we're in a relationship. Anyone ever have
Suzette.
Always Suzette?
Yeah.
So no one ever called you Susie Q, Susie Boo, Susie...
Just Sue.
Just Sue?
Yeah.
Sue said that.
My mommy used to say Sue or Sue. Yes.
Ah, so you never had a boyfriend that called you a special name? Have you ever called any boyfriends a special name?
Asylum, you start already? Don't start.
That was a question.
Go out of my business. Don't start to dig in my business this morning again. All right.
Like guys have that special name for the car. We all have a name for a
car.
And we all have a name for the partner, the wife.
Well,
come on,
Suzette.
You must have something that you call somebody at one point. Nothing at all.
That I call them?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's so many names.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so do you care to
Sweetie
share one of them?
pie.
Do you care to share one of them? Sweetie pie is so
Honey
ordinary.
bunny.
That's so ordinary.
Honey bunny is not ordinary.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
As a matter of fact, any woman call me honey bunny, I'm taking you to court.
Why? Why?
Honey bunny. I ain't no bunny.
Oh, come on.
I ain't no bunny.
Bunny.
You want to call me Mr. Clean? You can call me Mr. Clean. Yeah, I might take that. I'm all bald and everything. So you don't think it's important that we find, pet names for each other in a relationship?
Yeah, it makes you feel.
It makes it interesting, no?
Yeah, makes you feel a little bit, special. Oh, yeah.
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 So you've never had a pet name for a boyfriend?
Not really, just like
You're
I said, honey bunny
you're
or
cold,
sweetie
man.
pie or honey or babes or baby. But nah.
But those are so ordinary, nothing special. Yeah. No.
Oh yes! Oh yes!
I did my Sanford and Sons dance. Yeah. I did my Sanford and Sons dance.
You are something else.
Tell me. So what was it?
Oh, so my ex-husband. Yes. His name is Courtney.
Courtney.
Right.
Typical Jamaican name, eh?
Yeah, so I used to call him Sweetney.
Bomb, 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 bomb. Sweet what? Sweet meat or sweet...
You see you.
Oh, so she fell off the chair. So you used to call him what?
Nothing. Go. Let's move on.
Does it sweet
move
me?
on.
Is it sweet? Is it sweet me or sweet knee?
Sweetney. His name is Courtney, so I call him Sweetney.
Yeah, that's so nice. did he like you calling
he
him?
He loves when I call him that.
What did he call you?
Just Sue or Suzette.
He was
typical man.
I see why he's an ex.
Man.
I see why he's ex. I see why you had to divorce him.
You
I see why you had to
mix up, you see, man.
You know, but I see I see why you had to divorce them. I mean, guys, when the ladies them go out of their way to try to, sweeten up the thing, we're supposed to be receptive. We're supposed to sweeten up the thing too. Come on, fellas.
See you.
Come on. When they go out of their way to sweeten it up, we're supposed to sweeten it up too. All right. Good morning, St. Lucia. Good morning, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. The folks on the international side listening to us, viewing us via the World Wide Web. A special good morning to you. It's yet another episode of Man versus Woman. Where
woman versus
no, it's man versus. Well, we try to get to understand each other. And sometimes it could be in form of questions. If you have any questions, you can send us a message via WhatsApp number 489-4781. The numbers are on your screen. Or you can call us to take part in if you want to have a contribution at 458-2488. Good morning to Tamara.
Morning, Tamara.
I want to say good morning to the Red Lobster. We haven't heard the Red Lobster call yet. You haven't heard the Red Lobster.
No.
So good morning, Red Lobster. Good morning to all the people that are tuned in via hitzfm 92.1, 91.1 and GVD TV channel 115. As usual, we would have some questions from time to time. We would have a situation one of our viewers or listeners would like us to shed some light or help them, make a decision or two. And this one is no exception. We do have a situation. So do you think you want to go into the situation first and then maybe we can do some questions later on?
Yeah, let's go into the situation.
Okay. So I'm going to let the woman lead this morning. I'm giving women the leads. Let them take charge.
You don't know.
Let women take charge there this morning.
We are always in charge.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Let's not start. Don't start.
Whatever floats your boat.
Don't start.
You see, I just give you a little chance. But now you're pushing into my face. Oh, we're always in charge.
But it's the truth. Let's go.
All right.
Dear Asylum and Suzette, I had a girlfriend. So this is a guy writing to us. I had a girlfriend for about 3 years. Then in 2010, she called me and told me she was pregnant. I asked her if the baby was mine, and she said no.
What?
Lately, I've been thinking that I shouldn't have asked her, and perhaps the reason she said no was because she felt insulted by my question.
How would she be if she said no?
It's been 9 years and I can't shake the feeling, it's been 9 years and I can't shake the feeling that her daughter, who was born approximately 9 months after the last time we were together, might really be mine. She seems to look like me. My ex is now married to a guy who isn't her daughter's biological father. Should I find out if I am indeed the father, or would it be best if I just leave it be? She hasn't said anything about her daughter being mine, but I would like to know for my own peace of mind. I don't want to cause any problems, especially since we're still friends. What should I do?
Wow. I mean, first of all, before we go any further, let me take my hats off to this young man or this gentleman. I think that we need more people like you thinking like you in our society.
You think so?
Yes. I mean, this is probably one of the toughest situations that I've ever had to give my harsh reality to. Honestly, even though I'm always ready to jump and tell you what I think, I'm really reluctant this morning to really lay it out. But you know what? This is what we do here, so I'm going to lay it out. When I say I take my hats off to you, is I believe that we need more men in our society that will take these type of steps in terms of in order to get to know whether or not their children belong to them. There's a lot of men out there who have been given the wrong child by women. We have a name for it here. We call it boteen.
What do you call it?
Boteen.
Boteen.
Yes.
We call it jacket.
Jackets. Or in some in other islands, there's other names to them. All right. Pig in a bag. All kinds. some, and some harsh names too.
What?
You know, my friend, I would encourage you. First of all, you talk about still being friends with the young lady. I would encourage you to talk to her. Right? That's one of the first steps. Because there's no other way you're going to get permission to do that unless she knows about it. Mm-hmm. The fact that you waited so long, though, I'm questioning your motives.
I was gonna get there.
I am going to question you. Why wait until now? Is it now that you're seeing the little girl grow, and people have a tendency to say, "Oh, she looked like that one." Mm-hmm. Our mothers, our loved mothers, always be the one to wave the. Oh, that's my grandchild. That's there. Based on the way the child is developing, the features of the child and everything else, you can have a pretty good idea whether or not it is yours. The question is, if you decide to pursue this, now she's married to someone else,
right? And my question would be, saying, all right, what is your motive?
What is your motive?
Is it because the lady is now married and moved on? She probably looking even nicer now and thing because she's married and her husband taking care of her and thing and whatnot. And
you want to mash up the life.
You want to try to do something to the lady's life.
I highly doubt that's
men.
Honestly, I don't believe.
You remember the other day when you said women have this thing where they see you with another woman now and they want to cause problem. Think men any different?
No, but I don't. I honestly do not believe.
Why after 9 years then?
That I question, but I don't think that may be his motive. I mean, like he said, he's seen a little girl grow, and as she grows, she's resembling, or he might see features in himself in the little girl.
Yes, he will. If she is, if she belongs to him.
My question is, why would the mother not want to have the father involved in the child's life? Why would she tell him that the child is not his if she knew that the child is in fact his? Maybe she didn't know, so she was cheating at the time then.
No, not necessarily.
So
she didn't want him to father her child because of the type of person he was. So she just told him no, that's not yours.
Because she wanted to be a single mother.
She wanted to raise her child on her own. Who to tell what the type of man that he is?
There's not many women who she was with him for 3 years. So
so after 3 years, you find somebody.
If he's good enough to be with you for 3 years, he's probably good enough to father your child.
After 3 years is is when you know a person fully.
After 3 years?
Yes.
Ah, boy.
Well, not fully, but you know most. About most things about them. I
cringe when I hear you explain something sometimes.
Well,
so that's
cringe.
your explanation for that?
Cringe. Because
I do hope that none of
after
women
3
think
years she bid him goodbye. It must be for some reason.
I mean, I could understand she bids him goodbye because she figures that this is the direction in which she wants to take her life. But if he has fathered her child, show me out of 10.
The poor woman probably don't want a man like that in her child's life.
Out of 10 women, show me.
Oh my God, I made a mistake.
Yes, but you will still acknowledge the father for who he is. The father.
Well,
I mean, whether or not
you're the father, but stay on the other side.
That's fine, and that's a decision that she can make.
You're not right for this child.
That's a decision that a lot of women make, where they decide, oh, look, you know what? Based on who you are, yes, we do have a child, but I rather raise my child on my own. But you're not gonna find that happening too much because we depend. A lot of women depend on the help of the fathers to take care of their children, and there's not many women in St. Lucia who can afford to take care of a child on her own, totally on her own. Not many women.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not saying that there's not any of them that can.
It's not
That's
that
not a
they
lot of them that
can't, they
can.
choose not to.
No, because we are in a society where we believe that a father's love really is support for his children.
Yes, I agree with that.
That's how a lot of women in St. Lucia measure how much you love your children by how much money you can afford to give.
Well, that's
or how
not,
much money do you give?
But that's not right.
But that's how it. But so then again, it's going against. It's contrary to what you're saying.
What? I'm not talking about money, you know. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about values and ethics. I'm not talking about money.
But does that
the woman probably see that this man's way of living, his lifestyle, the things that he believes in, the things
Just
that he does. She doesn't want that for a child that she's going to bring into this world.
She still maintained a friendship with him throughout these years.
Yeah, friendship is good, but
he said that.
Friendship is good, but
I mean that to me doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like something that I would.
The child is not his. Then leave the child alone.
Leave it alone.
Leave the child. The woman says not yours.
You sound very angry.
The woman says not yours.
You sound very angry.
And next day, I bet you, if she had said to him,
can I ask you a question?
You know that I'm pregnant and the child is yours, he would have probably took the first flight out of the country.
But he didn't.
And maybe that's what the woman knew.
No.
That's why she said no, it's not yours. She must have had some kind. I'm just assuming, as I go along, because there must be some reason why she said to you, the child is not yours if the child is yours. Now, you're saying the child look like you after 9 years. After 9 years, the child just magically start looking like you?
Oh, maybe he's now focusing on that. Now he's, I mean, there's a lot of women out there who would give a father a child based on his
social standing and his financial background.
All of that. They're having relations with 2 guys or 3 guys or how many guys, and they get pregnant, and the first thing they do is they run to the one that they feel can support the child the most. Could this have been one of those situations?
Well,
because
but listen, remember, you said that the father, the man that she's married to, is not the biological, right?
So he probably came into the picture long after.
So who she gave the child?
Right, exactly. Exactly. So
rough land deep.
Does it mean that she was two-timing our writer? Does it mean that she was having a relationship with somebody else, or other persons while she was with him?
Not necessarily.
Well, so why would she tell him the child is not his?
Because she choose not to want him in her life anymore.
If I'm in a relationship with someone, right, and that person gets pregnant and they say it's not yours, that automatically it means that you've been cheating.
Well, true that.
Right?
True that.
Okay, and chances are it could have been more than one person's.
Here you know.
All right. So, that being said, I don't believe it's a situation where she didn't want him in her life anymore and she told him the child was she was cheating. Obviously, that would bring that out.
Why are you thinking that the woman was cheating?
Why else was she telling the child is not his? Who did it belong to?
She don't want
Is she the Virgin Mary?
She don't want him in her life.
Is she the Virgin?
Nor the child's life.
There's other ways to do that.
Because he's saying that the child is not.
There's other ways to do that.
No, if she had told him that the child is his. If she had told him that the child is his, there's no way she could keep him out of the child's life, unless they go to court, and the court, and he still would be a part of the child's life, because the court would rule that
she could have still done it without telling him that the child is not hers.
How?
She could have gotten rid of him. She break up with him. I mean, a lot of women do that.
Yeah, but you break up with him, but he could still be. He could still
in some cases,
be a part of his child's life.
In some cases, the relationship will end up being better. Look, he says they're still friends. We have an early call coming in. Let's see who's on the line. Hits FM, good morning, live.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Morning, Suzette.
Good morning.
Suzette is riled up this morning.
I'm not riled up nothing.
We were taking too much blow there. We were taking too much blow.
Who, me?
Let me tell you.
Me or Suzette?
You see some of your men as you.
I want to hear this.
As soon as all the time things done. As soon as the woman tell you they're pregnant,
they run.
Saying if that's mine or what you doing.
Yes.
So the woman probably felt offended. The woman probably felt offended, like, Fred, I'm with you. And how could you say something like that?
Yeah, come asking me, is it mine? I've been with me for 3 years.
Maybe the reason why he asked that is because, you know, she had other activities.
Oh, you
he know nothing.
Maybe he knew she had
he
other things going on.
Activities are not, she would be
just left
offended.
her and go. He never turned back. That's what probably happened.
No, but he said that he
doesn't mean
maintained a
he was
friendship with her
cheating.
he maintained the friendship with her for all the time.
Well, I probably after the child was born. After the child was born, 1, 2, 3, he probably reached out to her.
Right.
But that doesn't mean she was cheating.
And if he maintained a friendship, if he maintained a friendship with her for how long?
So if she felt so
Why is all
offended,
you
why
want
would she
to know?
continue to be friends with him?
Or go somewhere.
If she felt so
she had the
offended,
opportunity to
if
have
she
other
felt,
people.
listen to me.
You know.
If she felt so offended, go ahead.
She probably had the opportunity or people willing to help her. So she went, wait, the man probably go to exile. He probably go in exile, and afterward now he want to know if that's hers, if that's his, or whatever.
Right, so
but
let's
it
assume.
doesn't always mean that the girl is cheating or the girl have other men on her side.
Let us just assume that he went into exile and now he hit his head on a rock and come to his senses. And he's seeing this little girl who he believes is his daughter, and he wants to.
Well, now it's time for him to. If
and he wants to make things
now
right.
She's married now. She's married now. So probably he can talk to her and talk to her, try and get through with her. Without like respecting her marriage and.
Right.
But try to reach out to her and ask her again, and then if she turns it down, well. But let me tell you, you see the mind. When you see the mind tell you something, when you see your mind set, unless like something will happen, like your mind will always be is that. So for his mind to rest, he probably needs
to
ask questions.
Yeah. He needs to
ask
find
questions. Yeah, he has to for peace of mind, because his mind will never be at peace. He will never be at peace, and supposing that's his, he will never be at peace. So he needs to at least try to see if the woman will answer, or since she's married, she can talk to the woman with her husband, and they'll probably agree, and something can happen, but he has to do something for his peace of mind sake.
And in the case of this young man who I mean, there's a lot of fellas out there who don't care. They wouldn't care. Okay, she didn't give it to me, so I guess what? Life goes on.
Yeah, but
right?
what is your motive now?
How do you look at this young man, as a person who 9 years have passed?
You want me to tell him bravo, hats off, and then probably
probably his motives are wrong.
You believe that?
Probably his motives are wrong.
I get this feeling that the two of you have been bruised and battered so much that you just.
Oh, seriously now? We bruised and battered.
You never finish that story. You never finish that story.
Peter Piffer Paul all by the two of you. Peter Piffer Paul Piffer all by the two of you.
No.
That's how
nothing goes like that.
Nothing goes like that.
No.
I noticed that those when a rooster ready to fight, how I see you know those fight.
Don't listen to him. That's not true.
You know those cocks that they put to fight. That's how I'm looking at.
That's not true. Don't listen to him.
Or one of those bearded dragons. You ever see one of those bearded dragons? You look at bearded dragons this morning.
Oh God! But I don't know how you expect that.
You must be saying that, and I'm not even vexed.
You're not even vexed.
Happy all the way.
Exactly.
All right. So
you can say what you want. I'm happy all the way.
All right.
The woman.
I agree.
The woman.
Peter paying for Paul.
No, Peter paying for Paul. Nothing. No Peter paying for Paul. Nothing. What kind of 9 years doors you want to come open now? You're probably now coming into the child's life, mash up the child's emotion and all of these things.
And that's the only thing that could come out of the situation.
Man, move on.
The extreme worst.
if his motives are right and he's willing to deal with the emotional aspect of it and the financial aspect of it when it comes on to the child.
Dear Solomon Suzette, my girlfriend and I have 3 years. And he talks about lately he'd been thinking and that I should have asked her, and perhaps the reason she said no was because she felt insulted. He did mention that.
All right.
He did mention that he has some parts to play.
Why you're asking the
maybe why she made that decision. But then at the same time,
you spread your bed hard, you're laying it hard.
I think you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm not. I'm not a hater. You spread your bed hard, laying it hard.
Maybe
because you are with a woman. The woman get pregnant. You're going to ask, is it mine?
Maybe our next show we should offer you.
No, it's not yours. Move on.
One-on-one.
What?
Our next show, you and I one-on-one. I'm going to offer you some therapy.
Oh, really? No? Are you sure it's not you need the therapy?
I think you need some therapy.
You sure it's not you need the therapy?
I think you definitely need some therapy. I mean, because I only see a man who made a mistake and he's wanting to correct
you always
his
want
mistake.
The men to look good in your eyes.
Yes, it's true. It's true.
Now,
it's true. Hey, men do some terrible things to women and expect that they must just be all smiles and pat them on the shoulder. It don't work like that, Asylum. Come, let me give you therapy.
When you're ready to give me a hearing air, you can call me, okay?
You see what? You see that? You see what I'm saying now?
Both of you go ahead.
You understand? They must do and say what they want, and we must just sit and take it.
I'm just getting that you guys feel like all men are the same. We're the worst thing that was ever put on the face.
No, we're not saying that.
Yes, you.
No,
are.
man, we're not saying that all men are the same. Just that most men are like that.
Anytime,
that's the reality.
Okay.
You say you're not sugarcoating, but you're sugarcoating it for the men. And you say some of the women look bad.
Anytime a man makes a mistake, we should condemn him.
No, we're not saying that.
That's what you are saying.
No, we're not saying that. But all I'm asking is, what is his motive behind all of this? After you close that door for 9 years,
his motive is to right the
there
wrong.
must be something that you want to go mash up the woman's life now after 9 years.
To right the wrong. Who says she life a mash up?
The lady he would have said it.
Oh, he doesn't know her business.
Based on all that he's saying
he
right there.
He doesn't know her business.
But he says that
he knows that there's a possibility that little girl
there's
is
a possibility that he might be able to try again.
Listen to you.
But
all he's saying is that there's a possibility that child
that he
is
may
his,
try again,
and he would like the opportunity to be
to
in
try
his child's
again.
life. There's nothing wrong with that.
There's bound
There's absolutely no, because if
he knows that if he is in his child's life, he will have to be in the woman's life too.
I think you're being a hater. That's what I think you're doing. Yeah.
The man is
Here's the thing.
The man is a genius.
Had he been on the opposite side of the fence where he knows that the child was his
back door,
and he decided he ain't having nothing to do with the child, then I will still bash him. So damn if we do and damn if we don't.
That's how you men are.
Damn
Try
if we
to
do,
use a child
damn
to
if we
sneak
don't.
through the back door.
Listen, there's a reason why she have a husband.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If he wanted to be a husband,
that's what
sure
he
that
needs
could
to
have been a
know.
husband.
That's what he needs to know. She has a husband.
This has nothing to do with her and her husband and her life right now.
Really?
It has nothing to do.
After
it has to
9
do.
years,
It has to do with a man.
Ownership, man. After 9 years,
I'm extremely disappointed in both you and Tamara. Honestly, I'm extremely.
After 9 years,
extremely disappointed.
You want to come now, come show ownership in this child's life.
I cannot believe that you would think like that.
Listen to me. Child is not yours. Move on.
Well,
Lady,
if
tell you
that's the
already.
case, then so be it. But he needs to. All right. So all right. Let me.
That's my son. And then when the woman was pregnant, let
me ask you.
So the woman got through the 9 months of struggle by herself.
In the event that the child is not his, or the child is his, right? Don't you think there needs to be some sort of closure to this?
Well,
exactly.
Hold on, let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
Because
let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let me finish.
He's going to cry. Let him finish.
Let me finish. Don't you think that there needs to be some sort of closure to this void where there's a possibility that the child is or isn't his? don't you feel that the mother needs to put it to rest also? She's responsible too.
She's responsible.
Yes.
Yeah, she said it's
So
not
then
his.
both of them. You see, now if I was to advise our friend to leave that alone, like most of his friends would advise him to do, you always say that. You guys will say, oh, that's how you men are. Take the easy road.
No, but she already said it's
Take
not
the
his.
easy road.
No, she already said
But-
it's not his.
Okay.
So if his friend advised him to leave it alone, that's good advice. She says it's not his.
I'm hoping.
And he was never there for her during her
really-
pregnancy.
All
The
that-
first trimester is the worst part of pregnancy, and he was never there for her. And all 9 months, he was never there for her. The child is now 9 years, and he was never there. Where you going?
I would agree with you.
Where you going?
You know why I'm going to agree with you? Because I do hope that you are speaking for the mother of that child.
Yes, man. For the mother. I am speaking
If that's
for
the way the mother feels, then my friend, close the book. Close the book.
For
you have something to
true,
say?
man.
Come, say it.
Don't come inside here,
Come
you.
sit.
Stay outside. Don't come
Close the
inside
book.
here. What your right to talking about?
I know it's gonna be tough because you seem like a guy who honestly want to correct the wrongs that was made.
I didn't I tell you not to Hey, people! Two
And
against
sometimes-
one.
go ahead.
That's not right.
When men want to take the stand, they want it.
Right.
And when you see we slap up, you're on national television saying we need to step up our
No, but
Exactly.
But if he
Exactly.
wanted to step up, he would have stepped up from the child was
It
in the
doesn't
womb.
matter. There's an
When
old saying, better late
she
than
said
never.
it's not your.
Right, better late than never.
You asked-
Who knows what his circumstances was then? Maybe his circumstances has changed now. That
No,
he can,
no circumstances. No,
but
I'm not
but
to
it
do
happens.
with this.
It
Your
happens.
child is your
It
child.
happens. And if the mother didn't, I mean, who knows? You're sitting here saying that, it's not his. Who the child belong to?
Well, if I'm
Who does the child belong to?
saying,
So-
she said that it's not his.
Okay.
Right?
And could it be?
When
could
she
it be
told
that-
him that,
Could it be?
if he
could it-
at that point had put his foot down and decided, listen, like he's doing now, and say, listen, I want to be there because I believe this child is mine. Like he's saying no.
Okay, so
9 years later.
So 9 years later is what you're focusing on.
Yes. Why 9 years later you're coming after I'm married and
Maybe-
settled down and
maybe
with
the
somebody
reason why
who
he
cares
did
about
not-
me? You want to come now to tell me about, you want to know if the child is yours because it look like mine. 9 years,
May-
9 years.
All right.
You're just figuring out that the child look like you?
I do realize when people don't want to hear the truth, they
What you
make more
doing
noise.
inside here?
I do realize when people don't want to hear the truth, they they beat their mouth, and that's what I think you're
It's
doing.
you
right now.
you always doing that, not me.
What if
You know
9
that
years
is not the
ago?
truth.
What if 9 years ago, when that child became a topic or became an issue, there was other people involved in the mother's life? That's why my boy, our writer here stepped away. So
No, why?
maybe
no.
that's why he didn't put up a fight, because
but
he
he's-
knew, because he probably knew that there was Jack and Frank and Peter's name.
He would have
calling.
said it in the letter just like he
I'm
said
calling.
that she's married to a man now.
Yeah, but he's acknowledging
He
that
would
her
have
life,
said that
He's,
in the
he's
letter.
acknowledging that her lifestyle has changed.
He asked her. He asked
Understand
her.
me? He's acknowledging that his life,
Is
that her
the-
lifestyle has
you and the
changed.
girl together, you go ask her,
You know,
is the
so-
child mine?
Of course.
No, it's not yours.
And a man would only do that. A man would only do that if he has
That is not true.
reason to believe that there's
That
other
is
people
not
involved.
true.
I mean, if you were a woman and you know you're the only person with that woman,
Let me tell you.
why would you ask her if the
you
child
see,
is yours?
Men are, listen,
Uh-uh.
a lot of men,
Don't try that.
a lot of men
Preach
don't
that
have a
in
clue.
different church.
All right, hold on. Church start, hold
Preach
on.
that in a different church.
Start, hold on. A lot of men do not understand sexual reproduction, right?
Okay, this I gotta hear.
Yeah, man. Church start.
Yes.
A lot of men don't understand sexual reproduction. As a result of that, they don't know about premature ejaculation. Now, that happens, and according to them, I pull out. The woman get pregnant, you're going to ask the woman, so is who get you pregnant? Hello, and the woman is just with him alone. How do you think that woman going to feel?
how do you
Hell
do
no, it's not yours.
How do you
Move
do
on.
that? And that's what you would encourage.
What?
That's what you would encourage.
If you ask me if the child is yours and
then
I know you're the only person I'm with,
if
how do you think a woman is going to feel about that?
Listen to me.
You know
There
within
must-
yourself
there
that's
must
the
have been-
only man
there
that
must
you
have
are
been
with.
Another reason why
And-
that became an issue, why that came up, and why it left that way. There must be something more than that.
He shouldn't have asked the
Something else
woman that
in the
question.
water.
You with the woman,
Something
don't
else-
ask the woman that.
Something else in
Out
the
of
water
order,
beside the
rude.
pistol.
You're rude.
Something in the water beside the pistol. You ever heard that saying?
Say what?
Something in the water beside the pistol.
Something in the mortar beside
the pistol. You never hear that old saying. There must have been some other reason why.
Why he said,
And like he said, he didn't just walk away. It has been on his mind the whole time.
well, if it was on his mind the whole time, why 9 years after?
So why not 9 years after?
But you had the
Better
opportunity
late than
before they
never.
even.
So
he
maybe
had the opportunity
maybe-
before.
maybe-
Don't take you. He had the opportunity before.
Maybe the
the woman got
circumstances-
married and all of that. No, the woman married, having a
So
good
you
life.
feel-
They want to come now to put
So you feel
to
he's
put
gonna-
some
you
kind
feel-
of fury in
so
the
you feel
woman's
that- so you-
life.
so you feel-
Next thing, the man is a jealous man that she's with, and then you come asking the lady, oh you need to go
Jealous
do
man
a
that he's with. You see
paternity,
that? Jealous
a
man that he's
paternity
with.
test, and that's how men are. Do
So
a paternity
why
test
not?
and whatnot.
So
and
why
then-
not?
What?
That's the only way it's going to be put to rest.
Yes.
That's the only way we can close the book, and both you and I go our separate ways, and we can move on with our lives.
and then the man that she's with
Closure.
now begin
Closure
to
is
think
needed.
Closure negative concerning the whole
closure
thing.
is definitely needed, Suzette.
Yes, close it.
Closure is definitely
Close it.
So how do you suggest?
Move on.
How do you suggest?
Move on.
What do you suggest
said
we do?
move on. It's not your child. Move on.
You know, I really do hope that you realize that men are listening to you.
Yes, man. Let them
Men
listen.
who are
you
in
disown the child,
men-
don't come 9
You
years.
didn't disown
Men,
the child.
if you disown the child, don't come 9 years, 10 years, any amount of years after
Sounds
coming
like
to claim it. It's not a raffle.
Somebody sounds a little bitter over here this
I'm
morning.
not
You're
bitter. I'm
You're
just
bitter.
being factual.
You are bitter. You sound
I'm not
bitter.
bitter. I'm
Sounds
just
like
being
Peter is paying
factual.
for Paul and
no,
your end.
I don't believe in Peter paying for Paul at all.
I believe that if he's asking for an opportunity,
You
to
deny
right
the
his
child
wrong,
9 years.
give
Move
it to
out
him.
and move
We've
on.
got a call. Caller, good morning. How are you doing?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Yes, I am Shorty.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm listening to the program and it's like she's only taking the side of the woman in the situation.
Yeah.
Understand? Because as a father, I'm a father of two, and if I don't know I have a child out there and I find out that the child is mine, I would go ahead and find out if the child is mine to get it off my mind.
But would you have denied the child from day one? That's the point here I'm making. You know,
in the same instance.
That's the point I'm making.
Yes, I could deny.
You deny the child and then you see you.
Yes, I can deny it because you don't know if the woman has been cheating.
Hold on, caller. Hold on. Give the
All right, caller,
a
go ahead.
chance
I'm
to speak.
listening. Go ahead.
Yes, I can deny because you don't know the situation with the man and the woman.
Circumstances
Maybe the
around
woman
that
has
time.
been cheating. Maybe she's been unfaithful.
So you're telling me that
understand?
You're telling me that if you're with a woman, and she says she gets pregnant, your first question is going to be who the child belong to?
There would only be certain
No,
reasons why.
if I'm certain that my lady is faithful, then I wouldn't ask that question. But
Trust me.
if she's been cheating, then I would
like
ask
I
that
just
question. I have a reason to ask that question.
Like I just explained a while ago, right, about reproductive health, right? A lot of men, they have premature ejaculation, and when the woman gets pregnant,
we all know
that's the
about
first question they ask. Whose child is it? How do you think a woman is going to feel knowing that you're the only man in her
As
life?
much as I agree with a part
How do you think she's going to feel?
I agree with parts of your statement, but I also do believe that you're trying to make an excuse.
I'm not trying to make an excuse.
And because-
I'm just trying to.
because you-
I am
because
just
you
trying to lay
consider
the cards
yourself-
out on the
No,
table.
because you consider
Because a
yourself-
lot of men do it.
Listen.
deny their children, and then when the child reaches a certain stage, they come into, oh, that's my child.
Based on the circumstances surrounding the relationship between him and the child's mother, at the time, there's a lot of men out there who are thrown in a whirlwind, who are thrown in a whirlwind for years and years and years because of circumstances surrounding relationships when people get pregnant. We're not all bad. Not every man you see.
I'm not saying that all men are bad.
Not every man that disowns a child because he just wants to disown a child.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Situations vary.
Exactly.
So I'm not saying that.
Exactly.
But in a case like this, after 9 years, you had the opportunity. How long? Now the woman is married, settled down with somebody and moving on with her life. You are going to now up and come and say that you're going to... No, I don't agree with that.
It's called closure. And I think that
you should have closed it. You should have closed it long before. The door is now closed.
I think the mother too needs to take steps to put this to rest, because I'm sure that she knows. Hold on, I am sure that she knows that this guy is feeling this way.
How would she know?
I'm sure that because they still talk.
Did he tell her?
They still have a friendship.
He has not said that he told her anything.
Maybe she knows that the child belongs to him. So if that is the case, then she needs to close it. She needs to let the man know. She needs to let the man know whether or not it's his child, and if he's willing to step up, and especially if he's willing to step up to the plate and take care of his child the way he's supposed to, then hats off to him. Why not give him that opportunity? Why do you want to shut him down for that? Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, that's a question I asked. I called to ask. Yeah. Why not give him a chance to find out if the child is his, so that he could take up the responsibility?
Walk away altogether.
And the 9 years that he missed out of his child's life, he can make up for that.
Well, if you
there are children as a matter of fact, there are persons who get to know who their real fathers are into their adult years.
Well,
true.
As I said to you earlier, circumstances vary.
Fix it now.
But why, after so long, you want to come and mess up both the child and the mother's life?
Kudos to my brother.
But how do you know? How do you know that he's gonna mess up the child's life or the mother's life?
That's a 9-year-old we're talking about, who is emotionally children that age are emotionally unstable.
Because whenever we mess up, women always take it to the furthest extreme.
Why not?
True.
You too. True. You acting like men don't do that too.
There's no in between.
You're acting like men don't do that too.
Whenever we make a mistake,
my dear, the same thing women do.
But men do it too. Men do it too. So we both guilty. We both guilty.
I believe that he needs to be given some closure. And if in fact there's a slight possibility the child is his, then he needs to go to Murray and find out if he is the father.
What if he's not the father?
then he can live with that. Then he knows now that he can put that to rest. If he is the father, then he can step up and be a father to that child. Every child needs a father. Not a step parents play a certain role in children's lives. Right? But a stepfather or stepmother can love a child as much as a father does or a mother does. But there's nothing that can replace a biological parent.
That is true. I don't disagree with that.
Even there's a lot of stepfathers out there who are taking care of children that are not theirs, but that they're biological children, as if they were their own. And they have no problems doing it. And if given the opportunity to do it over again, they'll do it over again.
Well, you disown the child before, don't leave the child alone.
I'm one of them.
So let me tell you, I believe that he should be given an opportunity to find out if it's his child or not. And then if he finds out that it is his child, step up to the plate, be the father that child has been missing for 9 years. And that's what I would say.
Yeah, make up the time.
Give him a chance.
Make time for the child.
Don't shoot him down. You don't know you don't know what he's been through. You don't know why he asked the young lady the question back then. Maybe she was promiscuous. Maybe it wasn't even a real relationship they had. They should just get together and have sex.
Remember, he said, that is That is after.
Maybe he was in a very maybe at that time of his life he was in a place where he couldn't really afford or handle being a father. But
So
now that he's matured, 9 years is a lot of time. Now that he's matured and is probably financially stable, he can afford to
that gives him the right to stay out of his child's life.
Listen to me. People do things for different reasons, and every individual is different.
Well,
there's a lot of men out there who would have taken a complete different road.
Too many of them are doing it.
Really?
Too many.
You like to categorize and stigmatize
like
too much.
I'm not categorizing and stigmatizing.
I believe that
it is the harsh reality.
I believe he deserves a chance.
It is the harsh reality.
A chance, and you should give him a chance.
Me, I should give him a
Yes,
chance.
you
The
should give him
lady
a
should
chance.
give him a chance, not me.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And if she decides to give him a chance, right?
Uh-huh.
And the child is not his, you know what would have happened now? He entered into the woman's life. The man probably now making her marriage unstable because the husband would now begin to look at her differently, thinking that the man is a man's child and you deny the man, and then it's a whole new thing start developing from it. And
it could be done as a mutual agreement between the two of them. Nobody else has to know until they get the results, and then they can deal with it. Yes. Both of them can sit down and discuss it and decide how they're going to go about it. And I think that's very important.
It still would work out the same
way.
way.
That is very important. All right? And if her husband loves her and cares about her as much as you making it believe, then he would understand because guess what? He hasn't taken...
He's still going to feel that he married to somebody who... is not a loyal person.
That doesn't mean that
he's going to question his wife's credibility.
No. If he has any common sense, he would know that the state of mind she's in now is not what she was in then. So that would make all the difference. And again, communication.
I know better.
Communication between the two is very important here.
I know better.
All right. Anyways, we're out of time. I actually went 2 minutes over. So we want to thank all of our listeners and catch us tomorrow, same place. Time for another hot one. I see I ravel your
woman versus man.
Man versus woman.
No,
man versus woman. Have yourselves a wonderful afternoon, St. Lucia. We're out of here.
Yes, St. Lucia.
Radio drama.
This man is making me crazy.